I'm Karen Bagley, the owner of Significant Moments Photography, and I am here to introduce to you the social design app powered by Fundy. Now, after many years of speaking and teaching, one of the things that I have found is that photographers and creatives as a whole struggle pretty heavily with staying regular on their social media platforms. Why? Because of the amount of time that is invested to keep them up. Well, not anymore, because the social design app is designed to cut hours out of your time that it takes for you to post on your social media. So what I'm going to do is show you a brief but very thorough tutorial on how to use the social design app so that you can stay very regular on posting on your social media, saving you hours of time and helping you in your marketing. Okay, picking right back up. This time we're going to focus on Carousel. So I'm going to go back in and I'm going to start to edit my carousels. Now I'm going to be a little bit more fun on this one and just show you a few more of the editing tools that you have with the social design app. So at first you just see me kind of moving around the images. Biggest thing that I want you to pay attention to and to notice is that, again, anytime that you are moving, so you'll see me here move the word maternity, you have to make sure that you grab by the orange line. Now, I have to go back up to the top, use that little dark square button so that I can make sure that I can pull that word maternity to the front. So there is a lot of flexibility with you being able to move and adjust and kind of add in some things. If you love the idea of having like one specific template, but then maybe for the carousel you want to just make it a little bit different, this is where I'm going to kind of dive a little bit more into those tools over there on the very left-hand side that have the images, the elements, the shapes, the text. All of these things are things that you can add. And again, you don't have to. You can leave the template exactly how it is and literally just drag and drop the images and kind of adjust the size if you want to. In this case, I am going to show you a little bit about how to add in those shapes, what would be the reason for that. And it's basically just, again, to maybe switch it up a little bit. You love the template, but you want to just add a little extra flair. So keep in mind that toolbar up at the top. You even have a crop symbol there that's allowing you to crop images more if you need to. There is a double white box. So the box that I just clicked on, that darker, almost looking double box that you see there, is me pulling images to the front. But you can also move images behind, move them to the forward, move them to the background. All of that is accessible through that. Now, the clear, more vertical double boxes there, if you click on that, it is going to duplicate the exact box or image that you have. So is there a need for that? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. Sometimes it's not necessary for you to have to worry about that. But I want you to at least understand exactly what those are. Now, of course, the 3 lines is obviously going to make sure that your text is staying nice and centered. But on top of that, the blue lines that you will see numerous times while I'm working on this carousel, you'll see it here in just a few minutes again, is going right there, right across the middle. It's helping you know exactly where the center of the entire template is, and it's going to help you know how to keep your verbiage, how to keep the words, how to keep any shapes and or like that line that I add in, the modern line that I like to add in to kind of keep the unification throughout the carousel. It's going to help you keep all of that very much so in line, in order, so that it's nice and professional. Now here, excuse me, now here I'm going to the shapes and I'm adding shapes on this second part of the carousel. The only reason that I am doing that is, 1, just to kind of show you so you can play around with it, but 2, because I like the idea of having some lighter aspects to this image, because when you go to the third part of the carousel, you have that beautiful editorial image that is white, white, white. So being able to have that unification of having that darker side and then also that lighter side, but keeping it unified throughout the entire carousel is something that is very important to me. So you see all of these different shapes that you can add in. And then on top of that, you can also add in your logo in different areas, which you're about to see me do. So if you go down to the toolbar and hit the logo button, you can pull in your logo and put it literally anywhere that you would like for it to go. So I'm showing you both. I have obviously my JPEG logo, but you can see that that is 100% like a white background, and that's not going to make any sense on that light gray box. So what I want to do is I want to pull in my logo, the PNG that is going to just have that no background, and I'm going to pull it down into the corner so that it's nice and visible. And then I added again to the, let's see, third, I keep wanting to call them pages, but to the third part of the actual template itself, just again for unification. Now, technically, you could put your logo or your symbol on every single page if you wanted to. This just shows you how customizable the social design app is and how easy it is to be able to incorporate things. You can leave it as is, or you can play around with it a little bit. Main goal here as I start to export and download them is that, again, something that would typically take you a few hours to compile is now taking you a matter of minutes, depending on, you know, how in depth are you wanting to change things, or are you going to just leave it as is? And that is the beautiful thing about the social design app, is that it is so easy to use, very much so user friendly. Not only just user friendly, but the social design app is always innovating. So they are always adding new templates to match your brand. And eventually video is going to be incorporated because we know how important reels are in this day and age. The beauty of all of this is that it is innovative, saving you time, and helping you stay on top of your marketing game by social media.